Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 16 Minutes, a weekly show here at CNT where we will cover a range of topics, including politics, lifestyle, pop culture, business, health, and science. I'm your host, Nigel Worcestershire, and this week we'll head into the sewers, deep into the lair of the animals, for a discussion with one Mr. Baggs. We'll take a look into the current civil war facing the animals and Mr. Baggs' personal struggle with dissociative identity disorder. This is 16 Minutes. How are you this evening, Mr. Baggs?
Well, I'm doing just dandy.
Absolutely fantastic, mate.
I say dandy. No one says
Absolutely.
dandy.
Right. So the sewer lair here, all right, quite fantastic dwellings, all right.
Oh, yeah, most
Take,
definitely.
take us on a little bit of the journey of Mr. Baggs here for the people at home. How do we end up at a place like this, mate? Having this bit of an interview on 16 Minutes.
Oh, mostly depression, lack of passions and motivation. Yeah, I had a lot of dreams. I don't anymore. Yeah. Loneliness, that's a big factor as well, you know. When you're lonely and you have no one, you'll find comfort in anybody. Even if they're terrible people who will easily backstab you and try to kill you later. That doesn't matter right now.
Who's backstabbing you and trying to kill you, Mr. Baggs?
Oh, I mean, the animals are at civil war.
But civil war between the animals, and what has brought that on? Let's unpack that a little bit for the people at home.
There's a guy named Peter who wants to be leader. He is Team Peter. No one else wants him to be leader. And
so the animals can't sort of stand up against this Mr. Peter and tell him, you know, hey mate, it's not going to happen.
Well, that's the thing, you know.
You're not the leader, mate. All right, stand down. Especially if it's all the animals.
I agree. Well, it's not all of them. It's all besides Team Peter, you know.
Right, so there's Team Peter. Who's on the other side of the coin?
Well, there's multiple. There's Sartorius. There's Archie. There's Peter, and there's some other people, you know. But those are the major ones.
All right.
And basically, Peter is a little bit. I'll be honest, he's a little bit crazy, you know. He's like 70. He looks like he's 85, and he thinks he's 19.
Oh, yeah.
He once accepted a hit on me for $17. He was the one who came up with the price for that hit. He chose $17 to be the reward.
He accepted an assassination on your life, mate, for $17 measly dollars.
We were at Civil War. Before we were at Civil War as well.
Boy, yo.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Mr. Baggs, you got to choose better associates in your life.
I mean, some of us are pretty nice, you know. Some of us are all right. You know, it doesn't help that, you know, Peter has bought off some of the animals. He gave one a $250,000 car to be on his side.
Oh, yeah, so he's buying the loyalty of your fellow animals, attempting to assist his position in the Civil War, mate, you would say.
I would say that, but you said it, so yeah.
Oh, yo. Unfortunate happenings and animals, and are you guys having a bit of a come together? Is there any end in sight to the Civil War here?
Hopefully that doesn't involve the end of any of us.
Boy, quite ominous there, Mr. Baggs. All right, remember the animals fearful for their lives of the Civil War. Have there been any casualties so far, mate? What kind of warfare is happening when we say the animals are at Civil War?
Well, I've been shot a couple times. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah.
I've been hurt a lot worse. You know, I wear protection. That sounds weird, but I
would hope so, mate. It's 2022.
I knew
stay protected.
It was a good possibility, so I made sure to. Me and Jim both nearly died once from GSWs. Peter had.
What was that from a hit by Mr. Peter from the gunshot wounds? Was that a hit from Mr. Peter there?
Yeah, Team Peter. Yeah.
Team Peter. How did that go, mate? What was that? What happened there? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I told her I would never respect him as a leader. And I blinked for 1 second. I woke up and I was in the hospital.
Unfortunate. And who was the other member that was involved in that attack?
Well,
did he strike down anyone else as it was a target to you?
Me, that time in particular was just me, but Jen has also been shot a few times. There was also, actually, I don't know if I should share that.
Please.
Can I be charged, like, with a crime if I say anything here?
So it's just two blokes having a chat here, Mr.
when we blew Peter up. It was self-defense when we blew him up.
Tell us about this self-defense, all right, mate? He attacked you, did he not? How did you protect yourself?
We were 100% attacked first, and he just happened to be near a propane tank when he attacked us, because he attacked first.
So you retaliated.
And I shot, and I missed him, and it hit the propane tank.
It's a propane tank explosion.
Yeah.
And Mr. Peter was on the receiving end of this, mate.
Yeah.
Boy-o.
Doctors told me that he lucked out. He mainly got blown away, but there's still a good amount of shrapnel on his back that he had to get taken out.
So he's found himself on the other side of this explosion, and the civil war between the animals continues.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
also the time where I said I'm not going to be violent, and I tossed my pool stick at them because I didn't want to hurt them. And then Peter ran up and stabbed me. So I let my guard down. That's fine. So whatever. Animals are dying. We're all dying. It's Peter's fault, but it doesn't matter. No one seems scared. So what else?
Mate. I'm Mr. Bags. I'm trying to digest all this and having a bit of trouble coming to my own personal conclusion of why you continue to associate with people of this nature, mate. It's bringing you harm. It's bringing you grief and strife in your daily life.
We really don't want
We've got
Peter
to make
to be
better
a leader,
life choices.
That's why we're trying to get Peter out of leadership so we can still have a home down here.
Right, but just from the outside looking in, mate, just from the bit of the intel.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense if I just gave up and threw the
on 16 minutes. Right, it seems like
off and burned it. I understand. I think about it sometimes. I don't think about it. I would never leave the animals, obviously. No, of course not. I don't think about that.
It obviously means something to you, right? And it's holding a special place in your heart, mate. But it
really
seems like it's causing you a lot of personal strife here and threats to your life as well.
Mm-hmm. It's really the people here that matter to me. And that being said, if they're staying, then I'm going to stay for them.
Right, but you folks haven't found the ability to be able to rise up against Mr. Peter, it would seem. Is that so?
In small ways, but we're trying to brainstorm,
Without it, who is it Team Mr. Bags on the other side of Team Peter?
No, because that would make it sound...
Who's the other side of the coin here?
Team not Peter?
Team not Peter. So it's Team Peter and Team no Peter.
Yeah, it's just, if it was like Team Bags, Team Jen, or someone like that, it would sound like, they were trying to be leader, and we aren't. We want there to be no leader. We want to stick that way.
So the Animalz does not have a leadership figure per se?
Yes, we are a collective group of individuals.
A collective group of individuals, and what type of things are you into? If someone at home is watching and they're seeing this sewer lair of the Animalz, and it's speaking to them, they're saying, "Oh, I like that place. Mr. Bags is speaking to me. I want to be a part of this," right?
We're into whatever we want to do. That's really it. We are all about freedom. Drugs. At least for me. For me, it's drugs. Bags. Everybody's got a different reason.
Mr. Bags, please.
I'm sorry.
Drug use, mate. Really?
Listen, I don't support it. If I could go back my life, I would.
But you don't support it, but you use it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, isn't that supporting drug use, mate?
Well, am I saying on CNT, hey, drugs are cool?
I mean, almost, mate. Partially there. You've endorsed a bit of a drug use in a way of saying you're a bit of a user yourself, Mr. Bags, all right?
And I'm saying that it is slowly eating my brain away, probably.
Probably. I would say that could be a bit factual, all right?
I wear a bag on my face.
Mate, all right. With that being said, Mr. Bags, tell the people at home about this, all right? The bag on the face, mate. What's this all about here?
Well, it's because I'm Bags. That's who I am.
Absolutely, Mr. Bags.
Oh fuck.
Are you all right, mate?
Yeah, sorry. I just.
Right, you need a moment. You need us to cut to break here.
No.
We're unpacking for the people at home. What's the bag all about? All right.
Um.
You're living your life here. You're a member of the Animalz. You live in a sewer dwelling. You're a bit of a self-admitted drug user. All right, and you're currently involved in a bit of a quite dangerous and violent civil war. You've got the quite mysterious bag on your head, and we're unpacking that for the people at home.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to let the cat out of the bag.
So to speak. Oh, I see what you did there, mate. Absolutely, Mr. Bags. Yeah. Sure thing.
Well, I suffer from mental illness. And because of that, I wore the bag for comfort reasons. I'm gonna leave the person anonymous, okay? But I do suffer from things such as DID.
DID. For those at home watching 16 Minutes tonight that don't know, why don't you tell us about what that is?
Dissociative identity disorder.
Absolutely.
Split personality. The dude from Bates Motel, or the dude from Psycho, whichever one you prefer. I prefer Bates Motel, good TV show. Anyways, I'm getting off topic now. Basically, my brain
I felt something there.
My brain, for whatever reason, at some point in time, felt like it needed comfort.
And so you found shelter. You've found shelter behind the bag, so to speak.
I guess, yeah.
What type of comfort does it bring you?
I spent a lot of time actually before I ever, experienced the world myself, I guess.
Can you find that world behind the bag?
Say that again?
You find that this world of comfort, you find that world behind the bag.
I suppose, it's like I spent a lot of time watching, I guess you could say. So, being out there myself is a good thing for me, It's nice to be able to, it's nice to be somebody.
And when you say watching, so to speak, you're referring to witnessing possibly another identity living your life for you.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So for actually recently, I don't know if I should say this, but I kind of haven't been able to do that, which is kind of weird for me. I used to always be able to watch, but now it's like the TV's off, Can't quite get it back on. I don't know. Maybe I was just depressed.
So if another one of your personalities, so to speak, takes over, are you aware? Or is it sort of a blackout, seeing red type situation?
I used to be aware.
And that's what you're referring to by not being able to get the television back on.
I like to think of it as, like, a movie or something like that, yeah.
Right, not being able to witness that of these other personalities anymore. And how many do you associate with? Or disassociate with? Sorry, I'm not sure what the proper verbiage there is, Mr. Bags. I'm not trying to be insensitive, mate.
No, I understand. Some people have one, some people have hundreds, literally. I'm gonna try to keep the person anonymous, other side of me, just because I don't think they would want this on CNT. So I'm just gonna say it's low numbers. Low numbers. Like
Oh,
less than 5.
What would happen if someone was to remove the bag from your head? Say, a member of Team Peter. Is it a bit of a letting another personality out of the bag, so to speak?
Yeah, I imagine it's anxiety induced or something like that. I got no idea, but yeah, basically. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's oddly enough how it works.
Right. Mr. Bags, I do wish you the best, mate, in your mental health. All right?
Oh,
and
appreciate it.
if you need anything from the folks here at CNT, all right, I would personally like to offer you a hand in help, mate, all right? If I could do anything, absolutely. If I can do anything to help you in any way with our platform here at CNT in 16 minutes, I'll be more than inclined to do that for you. All right, mate?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
Absolutely. And we do appreciate you joining us here tonight on 16 Minutes and telling a bit of your story about yourself and the Animalz and a bit of the things that you're dealing with today, today in San Andreas. And we wish you the best in your civil war here, mate. I hope it ends soon without any more bloodshed, any things like that. All right, Mr. Bags?
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time tonight, mate. All right?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure thing. Thank you for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as civil war seems to continue within the Animalz with no end in sight. Mr. Bag's struggle with dissociative identity disorder continues to cause him strife in his personal endeavors, and we wish him the best on his continued struggle with mental health. We hope anyone watching at home with a loved one with mental health issues, please contact Mount Zona Medical Center and the Department of Health and Human Services for a plethora of resources available. As always, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night and be safe, San Andreas. For CNT, I've been Nigel Worcestershire, and this has been 16 Minutes.